One of those days, Raylene says. Thank you for watching the Barry Beat podcast, streamed live to 802 Scoop and filmed here live in the Inside Scoop studios. My name is Michael Booten, and we've got the Liam Hogan from Hogan Group LLC.
I almost thought you were going to call him the Ever Lovely.
And then we've got the spicy Raylene tonight.
Yeah.
Spicy Raylene and
Nice
ever
girl.
lovely Liam.
Yes, ever lovely Liam and spicy Raylene. Folks, it's going to be interesting. We don't have a lot of local news. I mean, we are going to talk about some local news like the bond votes.
Yeah.
But
and the big local news is that you on Saturday, Michael on a Mission, kicked some serious ass.
I did, and we'll talk about that shortly.
Right, we're going to be talking about that.
Right.
We're going to be talking about that.
That's
We're
as
also
local as it gets.
That is pretty local, and we're going to talk about the bond votes. But just for folks to know, next Monday at 7 p.m., Carol's going to be in the studio.
Carol Dawes.
And Carol Dawes,
know.
yes, Carol Dawes will be in the studio, and I'm assuming she's going to talk about the bond votes because that's who Carol is. So, but we will touch on it tonight, and we'll touch on the Career Center bond votes. We're going to talk about quite a bit tonight. We'll probably talk about the leaked text messages for folks that don't know, which it just broke recently with Sam Douglas. And we're going to talk about a myriad of different things, including the shutdown and the peace in Middle East. We'll just go crazy tonight.
That 20-page itinerary that you sent me?
Yes.
That I didn't even read.
That's okay. That's okay. The one that has to read it is Liam, right?
Oh,
I
well,
just
I didn't
skimmed
get
it.
it.
You just skimmed it? That's okay.
I didn't get an itinerary. Where are we going,
didn't get-
Michael?
We're nowhere good, my friend. Nowhere good.
You didn't get the itinerary?
I didn't get it. He doesn't talk to me.
That's bull. You're all liars.
He
Let's-
updates that thing every week.
Oh,
I do.
Yeah.
I update.
Google Doc.
The Google Doc.
do.
Yeah, I see
the
that.
Google Doc.
I
I
never
update
heard it as
He
an
saw that.
itinerary.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Did you
bad.
share? Did you share with all the chats?
Yes, I did.
You're so good. You're
I
so
tried.
good. And if you're watching, folks, share, because we only got 2 people that I see that are watching right now. It makes me sad.
Well, and I see 6, so
Okay,
we've
well,
talked
all
about that
6
a million
people-
times.
6 people
what
need to
the
share.
eye looks like and why it does what it does, but you always have to go there and say that nobody's
look
watching
so
us.
small.
And when we at Rap, we'll have like 550 views, and you'll still be stuck on the fact that your eye said 2 next to it.
We got
Like,
3 now.
Get over it, Michael. Good Lord.
Oh man! So let's talk about October, the turning point, what happened on Saturday, October
turning-
11th.
The Turning Point Center of Central Vermont.
Yep.
You chose to make that your nonprofit that you were going to donate to, all your tips to, and you made $425.69, which is your largest sum yet.
It is
And the place was packed. There was at times
insane packed.
it was insane packed. At times there was a 20-minute wait for a table, which was
Wow.
wonderful. I love
Yeah.
to see that for Tasty Bites. Their breakfast, absolutely to die for. It was amazing. I got 2 eggs scrambled and with cheese in them, and and hash. And I thought I was getting like a little side of hash and 2 little scrambled eggs, right?
No.
I got freaking ostrich eggs, I think, on top of this humongous pile of homemade hash, not canned stuff, next to a big, huge pile of home fries, and they were going to give me toast. I said, I can't have the toast. Do you know that I took that home and ate the rest for dinner? I
Did
couldn't
you?
eat all of that. Holy crap. And,
good portions.
The food that you get and the money is like, it's very, very, very reasonable to begin with, and then the amount of food you get, absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And it was nice to go there with a group of our friends And, I was there with Jeff Bergeron and Barb Druge, and Katie Jones from Turning Point was sitting with me, and Kay Alward, who is a probation officer here in Washington County. She sat over there with us. Kate is also a supporter of the Turning Point Center, but she's also on the treatment court team. So she plays like a really big role in the community when it comes to that. So great to have her there as well. And then Rosa, the director,
Yep.
She brought her whole family.
Yes.
Her in-laws and her husband and kids and everybody was there. It was great. It was just a great morning. And
I do apologize for anybody that I messed up on their order, because I definitely did do that. So I do apologize, and because of my inability to move quickly, things were a little bit slower. So that's also my fault.
You did well, considering, because let's face it, even the most seasoned waiter, which you are definitely not. You've only done this a few times.
Thanks.
Well, you're not, Michael.
No,
I
you're
mean,
right.
To give you credit, you're not a seasoned waiter. This is something that out of the blue, a couple of months ago, you decided, I'm going to volunteer one Saturday a month and give my tips away. And so here we are, your third time, and the place is standing room only. And you actually did very well, considering. Because probably seasoned waiter would have been like, holy shit, freaking out.
We'll have to figure out which nonprofit we're going to do next.
Mm-hmm. I have a couple of ideas. We should
know
let
what?
people
suggest.
We should.
So drop it in the comments and let me know what you think.
Yes. That would be great if
Yes.
people suggested what nonprofit we could do next. I think
Thank you, Rosemary.
I think maybe it should have something to do with animals.
Ooh.
Because they're going to need stuff at Christmas time, too.
This is true. Actually, do I want to tell anybody? I probably shouldn't tell.
You're not getting another dog, are you?
No. Oh my God. I would. Once again, if I ever win the Mega Bucks or the Mega Millions or whatever, I will not tell anybody. But if you see me,
You'll just disappear
With-
with a bunch of dogs on some
if you see
deserted
me
island.
with 20 German Shepherds, you will know that I won.
You won't be the crazy cat lady. You'll be the...
I'll be
Crazy
the crazy
dog guy.
German Shepherd guy. Absolutely, 100%. Thanks, Susan, for coming. We were just chatting
Yes.
about the Turning Point Center of Central Vermont and how we were able to raise $425 for them.
And which, by the way, we'll get them. Lisa is closed until
Yep.
Thursday. So we'll make sure that they get that. And maybe Rosemary or Katie or both could come down, meet me there on Thursday, get their money, and I'll snap a picture and we'll post it up for them. And yeah,
This
super
is-
happy to support them.
All 802 Scoop, which is really awesome.
Love it.
Yep. All right. So,
So Susan
So let's-
was the winner of the contest last week.
Yes.
And she chose to get a hooded sweatshirt, and she came in and picked that up today.
nice.
So I got to meet her, and yeah, she loves to tune in. Yeah.
Great. Awesome. And you're more than welcome, Rosemary. And since we're talking about, let's let folks know what Turning Point does, Turning Point Center of Central Vermont. Because people may not know. I've heard people are concerned about what they may or may not do. And I just think that it's good to clear the air on that. It's an organization that works for recovery, not continued addiction. They offer programming and workshops,
Groups.
and groups.
That's what they're called, groups.
Groups.
Not really workshops, but yeah, like they have, for instance, they have Writers for Recovery that's starting up on October 27th, and for people that like to write and journal, and they they do some poetry and work together, and which is extremely helpful in getting all your feelings out there, right? And a good way to talk things out without, because then you're talking about your writing. You're not necessarily talking about yourself. It just kind of makes it easier to open up a little bit. And then one thing that they're starting in November, which I'm super excited about, and I've been waiting for something like this for a long time, and I'm definitely going to go. But starting in November, they'll be offering an open hearts on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. And you should go with me sometime, just so you could understand some of this. This group is for family and friends who are supporting someone who is struggling with substance use. We will provide a safe and confidential space for you to connect with others who understand and to receive support. The meeting will be offered in hybrid, so you can go in person at 17 Air Street in Barre, or you can go by Zoom. And I don't know, I'm just super happy to see them bring that. And they also have a group called All Recovery. That's, alcohol and, or I guess any addiction, really. So All Recovery, they have the Moving On, which is a grief group for those that have lost loved ones. And of course, the doors are always open over at the center. You can just one day decide, I'm going to pop in there. Today is the day that I'm going to do this. And there's somebody over there and going to greet you and just be absolutely amazing to you. And you can learn a lot over there, whether you're somebody that is suffering with substance use disorder, or you are a family member, loved one, friend, and you're looking to help somebody, and you need to be guided in that way. They'll be there for you. Yes. Great people.
All right, move on to the weather.
It's been chilly out.
It's been a little bit chilly and rainy.
I walked over to Yellow Mustard at lunchtime today, and whew, wish I had a second jacket. Yikes.
Well, you're going to need that second jacket for the rest of the week, because
man.
we've got tomorrow partly cloudy, 50 with highs of 50. Thursday is partly cloudy, high of 48. Friday, partly cloudy. We're pushing it up to 54.
Heat wave.
Saturday, we're going to have a heat wave
man.
with partly cloudy, 59 degrees. Sunday is even more warmer, which is going to be partly cloudy, 66.
Wow.
And Monday is going to be 63 degrees with light rain, sadly. I mean, it's great. I know it's good to have the rain because we're in a drought, which, gets us to the first, news part here, which is, as Vermont grapples with severe drought following 2 years of intense flooding, trail maintenance has become increasingly fraught with challenges. So the hiking trails they're having a hard time maintaining those trails because it's not easy to maintain them when it's dry or wet. Have you guys ever? You guys don't go hiking, right? Do you guys go? You probably go hiking.
Do I look like a hiker too?
Well,
Michael?
I know you don't hike because you can't hike, but
I don't go
I
hiking.
can hike. I can do anything anybody else can do, and probably better.
I hike to Yellow Mustard on
I
State
can
Street.
do anything. You can do better.
That's
I
right.
can do anything better
So
than
the
you.
only thing that I have found that I cannot do is, I told you, use a wheelbarrow. I cannot do it. Not picking it up from the front, because you need your toes to lift those handles up and make the wheelbarrow go forward on that one wheel. So I have to turn it around and grab it this way and pull it behind me. Because if I try the right way, I right in it.
Oh, really?
I go right forward. Yeah, it's like that motion together, and you launch forward. But and I do get on ladders, but I don't belong there. When you only have this much of one of your feet, and you're not sure if it's touching the rung or not, you probably should not be on a ladder.
Yes.
But I do it. I just shouldn't.
Very brave.
Yeah. And I definitely shouldn't after I turn 65, because broken hips kill people.
This is true. And you're turning 65 soon, right?
Are you turning 65 on a Monday?
In 12 years, asshole. Yes.
Because when Raylene turns 65, we should bring cake on the Barre beat.
We should.
I'm
Yeah.
going to have way more than cake.
Way more.
when I turn 65. Yeah.
Stay
A
tuned.
few sheets to win on 65.
Okay, well, the question is, will you still be with us when I'm 65?
Oh no.
I feel like that was a mild threat.
Just a little bit.
No.
Felt like that was threatening. I don't know about you guys, but to me, that felt like a threat. And so Susan says that she'll be 65 next month. So happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah. So anyway, it's difficult for them to maintain the trails, and they're having a rough time with it. But that's the terrible consequences of drought and flooding and.
Yeah,
Oof.
but it is good that we're getting the rain going into winter so that people with dry wells and springs,
Yes.
going into winter like that is not good.
No, it's not. It's not. And it's my understanding we still are okay with our water for Barre City.
Yeah, I
know
actually
that.
went up to the dam again just
Oh,
to
you
check
did?
it out, and it looks definitely better than it did. So, yeah.
Good. And I don't know, do you know if Montpelier's still got the conservation
I
notice?
don't know if they do.
I haven't seen anything about it.
I haven't further seen either.
Right.
That
I
they're
saw that
still
one thing,
conserving.
and that was it.
Yeah,
So
Well, I suppose I should have known that, but
probably.
I didn't look
Read
that
your
up.
materials, Michael.
do you work in Montpelier?
I do work in Montpelier, but I don't know if there's a
National Life probably has their own system. That building's pretty
no,
huge.
because they definitely had it on the screen that we should be
that you should
not
be
doing laundry and
cautious.
stuff, which we don't do laundry, but yeah,
You have laundry access at your work?
no,
Wow.
I do not.
That's jeez.
All right, so we've got. Oh, there's a September 30th meeting. Oh no, that was a typo. I didn't remove that.
That was
Okay.
last. I went and looked because I saw that again. I was like, I did, and that was the one where they got the upgraded truck. And
So no updates from Barrytown.
no updates from Barrytown this week. No.
All right. So we did say that Carol's going to be coming on to talk about the bond votes, which is
and
really
Johnny's
awesome.
already
He's already
weighing
commented
in,
that
and he's
we should.
talking about the bond
Yep.
vote for the DPW building.
Yes. So, for folks that don't know, there's going to be a bond vote for the DPW building. Barre City had purchased the old bond building up in Barrytown
On Morrison
on
Road.
Morrison Road, so right across from Tatros, and it's next to the Bond Field. That big, huge building there will be the Barry's new Public Works building, but there needs to be some renovation. So it's going to be
3.5 million
is it
versus 30 million.
correct, which that's what the original, when Bill Ahern came to City Council, in order to do a new Public Works building, it was going to be $30 million, which was like,
And they
we just like,
purchased for 3. They need to invest 3.5 more in. And so all in for 6.5 is
Yeah,
pretty
it's-
amazing.
so the bond vote is 3.3 million.
So 3.3, so even better.
Yep. And that will upfit it so that they can use it for the public works. And what folks have also talked about, what they've also talked about is how they'll be able to rent out. They might be able to rent out a section, hopefully to AOT. So we'll definitely see.
Yeah, that will be nice. And
Collect
just
a little
so
money.
people know, if you ever have been into the building over here, or is it called Burnham?
Yeah.
Right, Burnham Street. Like, respectfully to the employees, these guys deserve this upgrade, and for not only the longevity of equipment that will now be stored inside, so stuff isn't getting, stored outside, getting beat the hell by the weather, but the guys feel like they're actually coming to work and somebody gives a crap about them. Because the conditions over there are not good, and they haven't been good for a long time. And you want to retain employees. You don't want to give the impression that here's your paycheck, and outside of that, we don't give a crap about you. That's not how you keep people. And so I agree with Johnny that this is a no-brainer. I mean, just the difference in funds alone, but then add that to it, and add what these guys do, and imagine being able to use the bathroom without the roof leaking, or having an actual place to eat your lunch instead of leaning up against a truck in a exhaust-filled room, or whatever, and then to have everything stored inside. It's a good deal for sure.
So I can show pictures of, so these pictures were during the flood. So obviously you can see
They're a
that
little
there's
more excessive.
the mud
But
around
not a
it.
lot more.
No, I mean this is actual the buildings. So this is one of the buildings that it doesn't. It's just not really a great place. See, we've got exposed equipment. It's just junky looking. We've got all that equipment outside, which is not good. And it just, the building in general is just in really rough shape. And
Yeah, I mean,
it'll,
is that like a whole corner of the building off in that picture you just went by? Like
This
the
one?
roof, like all messed up and stuff?
yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
The whole roof is missing.
Yeah.
And I believe that the other side on that has a roof is leaking.
Yeah.
So
It's,
not good.
No,
Not
it's
good.
not good. And like I said, I think that we should just be nicer to our guys so that they want to stay and work for Barre City for a really long time.
Yes.
And there are some very dedicated employees that have dealt with that for a long time. Look, Donnell is one of them, Donnell Dexter. He just celebrated what crazy number of years? I forget
Probably
how
like
many.
40.
Huh?
Probably like 40 or
I
something.
can't even remember, but it was something crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's on November 4th, by the way, the bond votes that we're talking about. The next one is the TIF one. Now, which I can very easily get geeky about, and Raylene knows this. So for folks that don't know what TIF is, it's tax increment financing.
And he doesn't even have to roam far from his original personality to get geeky, just
Right.
saying. You wind it up all you want, Michael.
So, tax increment financing, the tax increment financing, it allows us to access the additional grand list value of a property that's improved. So back in 2013, while I was on council, we created a big TIF, which is the tax increment financing district down in Barre City. The state took a picture, basically, of what was there and said, this is the assessed value. Now, everything between that assessed value and up, money that's collected for taxes can go towards paying bonds that we incur to make infrastructure. So, for example, City Place, which is a perfect example of it. When that picture was taken, City Place wasn't there. And the assessed value of City Place, or the property there, was probably around $20,000 to $30,000 annually. Now it's like $297,000. So that increment, the additional tax revenue that we receive because of that, pays down the bond that we took out for, like the Enterprise Alley where they redid that entire section. And I think like Pearl Street also was done by TIF funds. There's been quite a few projects that have been done using TIF funds, and it makes the city look better. And this bond, which is going to be for the Stevens Branch Apartments to do infrastructure in there, and unfortunately I don't have the pictures of the landscaping that's going to be happening. I don't think that was in any of the packets. The manager has been doing presentations and at city council meetings, and I don't know if those are online, but those infrastructure improvements will be done by the city and will be bonded, which is that 2.2 million, I think it is, 2.4 million.
Right. But the return is pretty great.
It is. So there's the increase in tax value, right? We're going to take a vacant lot that's technically not taxed right now, and put a 32 apartment on there of affordable housing, which is not the same as Section 8 housing. A lot of people think that, oh, well, we're going to not, and just for the record, people that are in Section 8 are not bad people. But it's affordable housing, which I think it's like 50,000 for income, and I don't know about other people, but 50,000 is pretty good money for an individual.
And you can understand better that split. They did a great presentation about that a couple of weeks ago.
They did.
During council meetings. So if you go back and you read through the minutes, you can get an idea of what that 70-30 split is, what it means, what the income ratios are. And when people hear 70% of it's going to be affordable housing, their minds go a little bit crazy about that. You're building a huge subsidized housing unit, and not that those are bad places either. Everybody needs a place to live, right? And so, and you've said it yourself many times, we need a place like Pearl Street Apartments or whatever the hell it's called over here now. We need a place like that where people can pay a weekly rent, a lower rent, and to make things easier for them. We need those places. There's no way around that.
Right. Well, people need a place to live, and sometimes that means a crappy place to live. And and I'm not a believer that everybody should live in marble tiled houses. I
don't live in a marble tiled house.
Neither do I. My house.
Mine was built in 1972 and it got trapped there.
Yeah. Mine was built in well, not my house, but my mom's house was built in 18 something, and it got trapped in the 70s as well. Wood paneling. Love it.
Yeah, there's wood paneling everywhere in my house. And the carpet, when we first moved in, well, we didn't even move in with it like that. Yeah, and it was like purple and the carpet in the basement was turquoise with bright yellow, pink, and yellow, pink, and green, like flowers all over it. And upstairs, it was this whack-ass pattern with an orange background with the avocado green, the browns and tans, and of I don't know what else. And the whole house, kitchen, bathrooms, and all, was carpet.
I was just going to ask.
House.
I was just going to ask
each bathroom is a different color.
Carpet in the bathroom. Did you rip up the carpet in the bathroom?
Oh, the whole house before we even moved in. Every single stitch of carpeting came out, and I have all vinyl click floor in the whole place. And it's so much easier.
Let's just be very clear. Carpet in bathroom?
It does not
ick,
belong.
Ick.
Well, and then every bathroom is different color. We have a blue bathroom, we have a yellow bathroom, we have an avocado green bathroom, and a cream colored bathroom.
Do you refer to them by their colors?
No, but it is.
Go use the avocado bathroom.
Yeah. It's just freaking weird.
Go use the yellow bathroom.
Yeah. So there you go. There you go. I'm also a firm believer in tiny houses. But the
Me too.
owners, I love tiny houses. The owners of the Stevens Branch apartments are going to be down street. And everybody knows my gripe with the tax stuff with down street. But down street does such an amazing job.
And they only get a tax break. They certainly do
Correct.
contribute back.
Oh, and this will definitely be more money than
Absolutely.
what we're bringing in. It's funny. Angie sent me an email asking me to support it, and I think she was like not hesitant, but she was like, "Hey," kind of, and I was like, "Absolutely, I will absolutely support this project. I think it's a great project," and both Teddy and I signed on to it. So, yeah, it's a good move for Barre City. Brings people down into Barre City and into the city.
Yeah.
And it increases the grand list value and turns a yucky looking parking lot into a beautiful building. So win, win, win. And
I agree.
Plus, when you're talking about the TIF bond, we're talking about straight up the Vermont as a whole subsidizing Barre, because it comes, part of that increment is from the education side of things. So that increment from the ed fund is kind of made up from
Rerouted a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is really awesome. So those two bond votes are definitely for the municipal. Those are going to be on November 4th. I'm really hopeful that they pass. And then the next bond vote we have is the Central Vermont Career Center.
Where you and I are on total opposite pages on this one. Shocker.
I haven't quite made my mind up on it because I think that the trades are so important.
Me too. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. I agree with that portion of it only.
Yeah. So I do want to share.
But I'm a straight up no.
So I do want to share. So Jody and the Career Center did a phenomenal video, and I'm now going to play it for folks.
Oh, here goes our numbers.
Yes, here goes our numbers.
Can you just
but
post it after?
we can
Just
but
play it.
Just play it. So folks, we're playing the video which shows you going through the Career Center that's going to be there.
Hello,
And it's Jody,
I'm Jody Emerson, Superintendent Director of the Central Vermont Career Center.
Emerson.
Welcome to the
Adams.
3D model tour concept design of our potential new learning space. As we approach the building, you can see that its base is made from local granite, and the remainder of the building seeks to provide as much natural light as possible for those who attend the center. As we enter the building, you'll see that the administrative offices are to the right, and to the left are programs in our art, business, and hospitality pathway
it's a
that welcome
beautiful
customers,
state-of-the-art
cosmetology, and culinary
That
arts.
goes a little bit over.
At the heart of the
top.
building, we have a community
No,
space
we're
where
not
students eat
talking
lunch
about
together,
college.
gather together for presentations, and are able to collaborate.
In
Our
a lot
health
of
and
kids
natural
still need
sciences
to go
pathway
on
is down this
further
hallway.
education,
You can see we hope to bring back
especially
programming like human services and natural resources, and add animal science while maintaining emergency services and medical professions.
So
You can see the collaboration zone that allows students
high
from
school
multiple
is a
programs to work
starting
together to
point,
solve
just
real-world,
like the
authentic
sea.
problems and to collaborate on projects.
but
As we head upstairs, we see the exploratory programming spaces for 9th and 10th grade students, which allows them to explore all of our
Really not
programming and
necessary.
also provides flexible learning spaces for adult
In my
evening
opinion.
programming, as needed by our
it's
community.
supposed to end everything
We will
with
move
that,
back
in
into
my
the upper
opinion.
level of the heart of the school and see the business
So
IT
what
and
I am
digital
gonna
media
do
arts components
is
for our
I'm gonna
art,
drop
business, and hospitality pathway. This gives you
the
another look
link.
at their gathering space, with presentations take place. The control
people
booth
can
for this
watch
space
this.
will be located with our digital media arts videography
Were
program.
our mics just on?
As we move further
So
down the
people could hear
hallway,
what we
you'll
were
see our
saying?
design,
Okay.
construction, and manufacturing career pathway programming and collaboration zone. Not only will we be adding new programming here, such as advanced manufacturing, we will also be doubling the size of our construction trades programs, building trades, electrical, and plumbing and heating. At the end of the hallway is the transportation pathway programming, which includes automotive and diesel technology. One great feature of this new space is that we can continue to provide tours for folks without disrupting programming. As we move outside and look at it from above, you can see that the building is designed to utilize the lay of the land, having a full second floor and just a partial
Pretty
first
beautiful.
floor.
I do go to work.
This is meant to be
Like that.
industry ready.
Not quite.
Thank you for taking this high-speed tour of our 3D.
So anyway, it is it's definitely, the vision is
Yes,
really
good,
beautiful.
Donald. That's what I was hoping. I wasn't sure if I was going to have to. I wasn't sure if people could actually hear what I was saying, because then afterwards I thought, well, that was pointless. He's playing the video. He's probably dumped my mic, but he didn't. And I'm good with that. I'm a straight up no. I agree with the timing isn't right. I think it's way too much money and overdone when you have to. And trades are super important, and I've said that for a long time. I mean, there are a lot of kids, or a lot of people that just they don't want to do college. They're not all, but there are technical colleges, and those are still there, and those bring revenue to the state of Vermont, correct? And so, I mean, we're not trying to eliminate those, and to invest that kind of money into a high school level center just doesn't make sense to me. If you were talking about let's all contribute and make that center for Vermont Technical College, hell yeah, let's all chip in and get the trades and use the high school for what it was back when, where you could get some certifications. I think you could get certification, or you could get a license to be a beautician. You could become an LNA, but you certainly can become an LPN or an RN at school, or you could become a apprentice, an electrician that's an apprentice, but you're not going to graduate and walk out of there and be able to step right into a career.
Correct. I get that, and I'm not.
Yeah.
I haven't quite made my mind
Oh, I'm
up
just
on
telling
it.
you my mind.
I know
my
you've made your
decision.
mind up. I have not.
Yeah.
And Don Koch is 100%. We support the
Absolutely.
tech. There is some concern with how Act 73 is going to play out. We haven't even gotten the maps yet.
Yeah, do you want
And we're
3
making-
schools holding the bag or 15 schools holding the
Right.
bag? You have
And-
no idea how that's going to
Correct.
shovel down.
Correct. And I will. So part of this presentation, or lack thereof, because I don't have anybody on from the Career Center, but I do want to show their webpage for the tax income implications of this increase.
And that's with
this is projected.
all of the schools that are currently in the district.
Correct.
That's
so,
what these tax
and-
implications
And
are.
this is where it really makes me feel uncomfortable, because in Barre City, on a $300,000 house is $373.20. That does not take into account the fact that we're also losing revenue for the BUSD, which will have to be made up. So folks can go to the Career Center website and take a look where they stand for any increase. East Montpelier is getting hammered. I mean, hammered bad. Barrytown, $321. But again, they're also affected by that decrease in revenue.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough decision. I mean, it's going to be a tough decision. I have not filled out my ballot yet. I
I
just-
can only
I don't
vote
know.
on that one, of course, because I'm a townie. But so that's the only thing I can vote on. But I would, if I lived in the city, I'd be a total yes on the other two, and absolute no on that one.
I will say this: I was 100% dead set against when we went from the VTech, type, or the Spalding High School owning the Career Center to making their own entity, and this is probably
Precisely
a
why.
product. We are the most affected by any changes for the Career Center. And the location, for folks that don't know, it's up on Baptist Street in Graniteville. So if you know where the go-karts are raced, what's the name of the go-karts?
I can't think
Like
at the
somebody,
moment.
Don can drop it in, I'm sure he knows. But it's Jeff Blow's go-kart track up there, and
he's
it's going to
had
be
it up
right
there for a
around
long
that
time.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, not speedsters. I don't know. But so anyway, that's November 4th, and I highly recommend that you go to their website and take a look at the information that they have, and see what type of facility that they're creating. And it's a state-of-the-art facility that it's definitely going to be good for the kids. But that being said,
And hopefully enrollment doesn't,
and that's the other thing.
decline, and good for, and that's why I say, if you were saying we're going to invest this kind of money into a college that is bringing in revenue, that would be different than saying, we're going to start this thing out with 150, 200 students, and in 10 years, maybe we'll have 40. It's, I don't know.
All right, you want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors?
Sure.
Give one. Go for it.
So let's see. Let's talk about the Den. So the Den is now open at 2 p.m. every
Ooh.
single day with a full menu. So you can go in, have a late lunch, early dinner, maybe just a snack, whatever. But starting at 2 o'clock every day, Monday through Friday, they're open. Saturdays and Sundays, they open at noon. Check out the Facebook page, our Facebook page, to see their upcoming events. They are doing a Halloween party, things like that. Just a great space, and they are now booking for holiday parties. You can also have functions. We just had a celebration of life there, but wedding receptions, baby showers, birthday parties, retirement parties, celebration of life. Those are 200 people. It can hold, the dance floor is huge and amazing. Great food, great space, and can't say enough about them. Great people too. They have a great crew. The two young women that were on the day of the celebration of life made the day that much better. Autumn and I'm awful. I can't remember the other girl's name. They just did an exceptional job. They did wonderful. Love them. Good
Great.
people, good stuff over there. Check it out.
All right. So next on our list, whereas we shift over to Vermont news and politics, and then
Nice.
jump into national after that. Let's talk to Liam about Northfield. What's been going on down there?
Well, it sounds like the police chief is on his way out.
Because he wants to be, or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, effective November 1st. He sent in his resignation. VT Digger posted it today, so maybe just as soon as this afternoon.
Wow. So that's too bad. It looks like the reason was he was feeling, he was feeling discriminated against, which is
Right.
really sad. And I hope that it was just criminals,
Right.
but that's not always the case. But I'll say this, feel free to come to Barre because we could always use more police officers.
yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. I sent you a message on Messenger because before we wrap everything up, we have to show my present from today, and I got to talk about it a little bit. But
I saw that.
so today I got accused of being a racist, a MAGA racist something, by this guy, Shane LaFlower. So I moderate a ton of pages. Moderate. I don't, or admin. I don't own the pages. The only page I own is this one, right here. Everyone. This one. The other ones, I just, like a psychopath, try to help keep things under control. And just to be clear, I admin or / moderate 41 pages besides my own. And some days, I don't pay attention to every single one, every single page. And some days I'm just absolute batshit crazy with everything else I've got going on in my life. Because there's a lot more to it than Facebook. But, so this guy, Shane, he sends me this nasty text message. And I was actually here. Jeff and I had just wrapped up the show. Susan was here visiting and picking up her sweatshirt. And Matt Denton was here with us because he was he's going to come in and do a show. He is the artist for the artwork at Yipes. And so he's going to be coming in doing the show with us on the 30th with Jeff and I. So we're just standing here talking. I get this message. Didn't even read it. So I got booted for not agreeing with MAGA Mike.
Not me.
No, MAGA Mike, the owner of the page, right? What happened to free speech and debate? What a bullshit group. I said, which Mike? What group? Like, I don't even know what this guy is talking about. I have no idea why he's got booted. I don't know what his post, comment, nothing is. Okay. So then he says, okay, I see now. Good to know where people stand. Okay. Listen up, Dick. You don't know where I stand. You do not. You do not
Raylene.
know. Poor Michael. But serious, to start posting this crap all over the place, calling me a racist, I don't even know what the hell you're saying. So a racist, I'm not, but a bitch I am. And definitely not one that's going to put up with your crap. Go be a narcissistic 3-year-old to somebody else. Because it's just not going to work with me. It's just not. You're going to have to bully somebody else because he goes on and on and on in this message that he sent. I'm like, hell no. No. That just doesn't work for me.
All right.
I'm not a racist. He's a racist.
Okay. So, and her comment to that is her
Who's?
cup.
Huh?
I'm showing a picture of your
Oh,
cup now.
fuck off. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? So Val got me that cup. Val at Yipes got me that cup. Just because I had sent it to her one day and I laughed hysterical. And I said I loved that cup. And they have it on a t-shirt as well. And I said, I need this. And, of course, for copyright reasons, which Val... Unlike a lot of people, a lot of people don't think about this, but she's very, very strict about it. Yipes, copyright. And so if she reached out to the person that did that and said, can I use this? Can I buy this, logo, whatever, and she purchased it, she would use it and print it 1,000,000 times. No problem. But that wasn't the case. So she actually bought it from the company to give to me.
Aww.
My fuck off cup. Yeah, I love it. I think I should put it on all my Yetis. I need to go to the company and buy all the stickers. So I have a different chicken on all. They have them with crows, chickens, roosters, all kinds of them. Making, and some of them look absolutely insane, like they're losing their minds. They're adorable.
Well. Mm-hmm. All right. You know what? You know who's saying the on the cup? Say it.
Fuck off.
You know who's saying that?
Who?
Somebody from
Shane LaFlower?
no. No.
Who?
So, city council up in Burlington.
Uh-huh.
They didn't. There wasn't a counselor that actually
Nobody
said
really
it.
said fuck off.
No, nobody said that. Nobody did. But they're talking about passing an ordinance that requires city councilors to provide tax documents. And one of them was like, "Listen, no, I don't think so. Not to the extent that they want to go. Apparently, they want to go real deep into what people
Oh, you
more
mean
than
because
just."
they're trying to prove that you guys are millionaires, right?
Is that true, Michael?
No,
I mean, isn't that what
I
the
assure you, not
protest
on my
was?
case.
Wasn't that the meaning of the protest up here in Barre?
Well, that was billionaires. They stopped
Oh,
talking
billionaires.
about. It's no longer about millionaires because Bernie Sanders is a millionaire with like 3
oh,
homes.
so now it's a billionaire. Yeah. Okay.
Correct. You
Okay.
got to move on.
I was just
Got to
trying to be
move on
clear.
from that.
Yeah.
And Susan likes that cup, by the way.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're having that conversation, which I actually, quite frankly, I don't think that's a bad idea. To the disclosure that the state reps have to do, I think honestly not a bad thing for everybody to do. I think that's actually not bad to do. Gives you an idea of who's paying for things.
Do state reps do they just make you go back a certain amount of years?
They
Give us
don't.
your
They don't
last-
ask for tax. They don't ask for like how much money you make, but they ask for where you get your money.
Gotcha.
So for me, I the company that I work for, I have to write that down. And yes, Bernie is an oligarch. Don Koch drop that comment.
Wait, Don should come in here and visit us.
Yeah, what the
Don
heck,
hasn't
Don?
been down here in a
Get
long
down
time.
here. Yeah,
He could come do a show with us
He
on
should.
Monday night. Yeah,
He
he
should.
should.
he absolutely should. You can, Don. You have an open invite. Anytime you want to come
Absolutely.
down, you can come with us. Although it's not Monday night tonight, it's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. We go between Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We have
That's
like
true.
3 days. We just
Yes,
Toss
this is
around.
very true. Emma Mulvaney's top 3 staff resigned.
well,
Any comments?
wasn't surprising, was it?
Michael,
I don't know.
Do you really want me to comment?
I kind of do.
You're so bad.
know.
I mean, do you blame them? Who could not see that coming?
I mean,
because she's cuckoo, but I mean, she just.
well, I don't
Big
know.
time.
So I don't
And
know
they've
the
decided to
reason
fly the
why.
coop and say, fuck off.
We need a fuck off button.
Oh man,
I mean, come on.
no more cuss words. There might be
I'm
children
not
that are listening
cussing.
to this.
I mean, that's not cussing, Michael.
Not the way she's spelling
And
it, at least.
nobody lets their children watch Barry Beach unless they want them to go to sleep.
Boring. That's really hateful.
We're not bored.
All right. So I will say, because it's like, the Burlington thing here.
Yeah.
So Phil Scott has unveiled a new community accountability court in Chittenden County where they're tackling the backlog of criminal cases, because we want to move them quicker in and out of the court system.
Right, in and out. Here, we'll slap your wrist quickly.
Yes.
Now run.
I mean, so people
Scoot
are
along.
hopeful that this will, and obviously this is a
I
really
hope
good thing.
It's a good
Yeah.
thing.
I mean,
But-
they need to get, because what ends up happening is people get those like notices to come back. They get citations, right? And then it takes forever to get it through. And they're out on the street. So, Phil Scott did this, and I think it's going to be really good. And I wish he'd do it for Barry, so that we can get some of the stuff off our streets, because we could use that. I mean, yes.
So,
please.
this is great. in a way. But until stuff changes under the dome, it doesn't matter. They
Correct.
still
Well, it's
are
a
boxed in with the
three-prong.
letter of the law.
Right.
And so you're maybe moving it quickly, but you're still moving the slap of the wrist. That's all you're doing.
But again,
because we need bail reform.
Correct.
We need a lot of
Overhaul.
work to really make any of that work and work properly. We
Yeah.
can speed up cases and take the load off some people. And there are a lot of things that let's face it, there are a lot of things that are prosecuted that don't necessarily, that are just petty, stupid things that go before a judge. And sometimes those are the ones that are heavy-handed. And then you have something that's, really bad, and it's like, whatever. For instance, Ben Wyatter. So Ben was responsible for the death of Tyler Matthews. He is somebody who openly said, I went to Pennsylvania, I bought fentanyl, brought it back to Vermont. I gave Tyler this fentanyl, but I told him to be careful and only to use this much, da 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 da. And Tyler died of an overdose. My mind, that's murder. My mind, premeditation. It's, you went and bought this stuff that you know is lethal. That beside the point, his sentence was 2 years. He's not going to serve even a year. He went to prison in January of this year because of good time. Right now, currently, as of today, his release date is November 25th, a month from now, 1 month from now. That's it. You want to work on something? Work on, we need to be tough on these dealers and this kind of shit. That's just one thing. The sentencing and bail. You guys got to do something. Because like I've said a million times, and I'm old school about this. I get a 3 to 10 year sentence, served literal 3 years in prison, and another 7 on probation. And people are killing people, and they don't even spend an entire year in jail. Blows my mind.
but we've got to raise the age, make
No.
it so.
Right, you're being a smartass. Make
I am
sure
being-
you say
yeah,
that you're
I am being a very
straight up
smartass.
smartass.
Yes,
If
because
you
I
go
voted
in the
no.
military, you're an adult.
Correct.
Period. You're charged like it, and you're.
Yep.
But this kid was over an adult. He was not a kid. Ben was not even a kid. He was an adult. He was
Right.
charged as an adult. Still got a 2-year sentence because that was the max, and he's not even.
It's a
gonna do it.
three-prong issue,
Yeah.
right? You've got the state's
Bullshit.
attorneys, you've got judges, and you've got the legislators. And I know that you've got to elect state's attorneys that are going to do their job and prosecute. You've got to elect legislators to make
Create
the
the laws.
decisions to make those laws better and stronger. And it's not just about they're submitting the laws, but also when the laws come up. For example, safe injection sites. Do you want a legislator voting for that? I don't think Barre City does, and I voted no for funding the safe injection site. And I wish I was elected 2 years ago so that I could vote no on allowing safe injection sites in the state of Vermont. And I voted to get rid of the raise the age.
But you are all for recovery, and
Correct.
you actually want to help. You want to push that forward. You don't want to. You just don't want to keep.
You don't continue in the sin.
Right.
I want people to
You-
repent of
you
it, not
want-
continue in
Well,
sin.
you can't even go that part of it because that's like,
I know.
to a lot of people. But
But that's what it
repent
is.
This,
People-
Michael, is what I would say to you. It's not that when it comes to that. It's not. It's you want. Yeah, I don't know.
I want people to stop.
Right, you want people to get well. You want people to get help. You want people to recognize that there is a problem and that they can
Do you?
long-term treatment, not 14 days. 14
Right.
days isn't going to help anybody at all. That's a detox. You totally are on board
Yeah.
with long-term inpatient treatment with sober living and supportive things when you're released, when
Correct.
you're done with it.
And just for the record, for because I feel like you don't know what repent really stands for. It's seeing
Now you
that you're
sound like
going.
my ex-husband.
Yeah, I'm gonna religious explain this to you. So it's a repenting is where you are going one direction, see the error, and then turn and go back. Repenting.
Right, but you were using it in a different context.
Well, I mean I would say that drugs are
Right.
sinful.
Right.
So for the record.
Right.
I do believe that. I will stand by that. I will stand by that. I think drugs are sinful. Anyway, moving on.
What's next?
So that being said, Phil Scott's going to have that court up there, which is going to be really awesome. And then over 100 people gathered in Williston on Sunday to protest the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, who plans to do some surveillance. I'm a little creeped out by the whole surveillance thing. I'm not.
Oh, the internet surveillance thing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not overly thrilled about that at all.
They
but
do it anyway.
true, doesn't mean that the surveillance is
They
correct.
just never talked about it out loud before. And now they're like, hey.
Well, if they're surveilling people that are illegally here, okay. I do have a problem with citizens. I've never liked it. I think government shouldn't be doing that. Google does enough of it.
Right. I was going to say Google, Apple, right?
They all do enough of it. We
Yeah.
don't need our government doing it.
I mean, my
but-
frigging car knows if I brake hard.
Yeah.
It sends me emails saying so.
But you know what I really don't like? This is what I don't like. And I'm now showing a picture of the ICE building being vandalized.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's
federal
bullshit.
building, yeah.
That is total bullshit. And, whoops. And on accident, I clicked on the link on the picture of the bird saying,
Fuck off.
that was accidental, but the comments that are on that building, the ICE agents, their job is to, it's such a dick move, such a dick move. It's such a dick move. Don't do that. I mean, they wrote things like, and we've heard this in the city, shoot yourselves, right? I mean, we watched that police cam dropped by that kid.
Yeah, and the kid that was that posted the video because he was, or they were trying to prove police brutality, and
And everybody's like,
and they only
there was
harmed
some serious
themselves.
restraint there, because let me
the
tell
cops
you.
did a great job.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, they shoot yourselves, hang yourself, not safe, and die. That's the kind of things that are being written on. Don't do that.
It's gross.
Don't be doing that. That's just not okay.
disgusting. Talk about sinful.
Yes.
Disgusting.
All right, and we do have to mention Diane Keaton passed away, which is super
Yes,
sad.
It is super sad. She was funny.
Do we want to get into national politics? Because we've got quite a bit. We are running a little late, so I don't mind going. How about you, Liam? Are you
Nope.
ready?
Yep.
Liam's all jazzed up for
All
the
jazzed
national
up.
politics.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the shutdown there, Liam. That's your gig. That's your gig. Liam's pro shutdown. Is that correct? No.
Yeah. I think.
Are you really?
Right. I don't think.
Oh, Liam.
Besides airplanes, I think airports are suffering probably the most.
That's possible. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the. I'll state what I've said before, which is shutting down the government. I'm sure Donald Trump is really unhappy about that.
I
wants
don't
to,
think
like,
this last
defund-
weekend he was.
No, this last week was a good week for Donald Trump.
I think this last week he probably forgot
And
his government
no-
was
Well,
shut
I
down.
mean,
Not
that's
only-
in the opinion. That depends on your
Well,
opinion.
I mean, I will go into
Right.
that
I
comment
know.
because let me tell you, I am very pro-Israel. But I will get very ugly over this because I got to be very careful. I am a Christian nationalist, and I don't have a problem admitting that. And people can I've said it before when they did the crappy stuff that they did to spray painting on
the armory.
Yeah.
The armory.
I went down there
National
that very
Guard building
morning
down
and
here.
scrubbed that crap off. I think that, and I was invited to a prayer vigil on Tuesday night last week. It was for October 7th. It was the 2-year anniversary. Went down. It was at the State House. It was, a little rainy. Within 7 days, Donald Trump had ended the war in Gaza, had gotten 20 hostages that are still alive back in Israel.
And a lot of bodies home as well.
And have
Not
they
all
gotten
of them, but
Not all of them. They're coming
Right.
They're
like
still
in
coming.
fours.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a threat. They said they were going to scale back aid going into Gaza because they had said they didn't receive any more of the, and I guess they're like coming in coffins, any more coffins. So once they said that, I guess Hamas was like, oh yeah, here's 4 more.
I'll say this, and I'm sure it will get me into trouble with the pro-Palestinian crowd, but I don't really care.
well, why should you be in any more trouble than them? You have a right to your opinion,
Correct.
your thoughts,
Correct.
your feelings, and they have their right to theirs.
A true genocide is what the Hamas wants to do to Israel. From the river to the sea is genocide. And you can say whatever you want with your little slogans and your little flags, la-di-da. At the end of the day, that's what that means. It's genocide. And I will point out, as everybody's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I just saw a video today with Hamas shooting people in the back of the head, right? While people around are cheering. So if you're okay with that, then you're the problem. You're the problem. Anyway, it's a luxury belief. That is a luxury belief, which I will be talking about shortly. But awesome. The hostages are home. Donald Trump should do a victory march on that. I'll be quite frank, on Friday when I think it was Friday or Thursday I heard about it, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
And I was just stunned.
And the other part of that is his plan will be interesting to watch for a transitional government in Gaza. And it was like a 20-point plan he laid out. So it'll be really interesting to watch how all this unfolds and how they go about, governing the Gaza Strip.
I don't know if they can though. And here's the problem. Like, so we as Americans, we think differently than a lot of the world, and in our own, lack of understanding, which is probably why it was really awesome that the 5 legislators went to Israel to get an understanding. People are not like us. Like, the fact is, Americans think differently. We think about our children, where other countries, they strap their children with bombs and send them into war. I mean, that's what was going on during the Iraq War, or not? Yeah, the Iraq War back in, the 90s. It's, we look at things differently, and we have to understand that what we believe, what we value, is not the same as the rest of the world. And I don't know if a transitional government's going to work over there. You have to have changed minds. The hatred that exists. I don't think we'll ever see true peace in the Middle East. I appreciate what Donald Trump has done so far, but I do not think peace in the Middle East is possible.
Well, I mean, Israel and all of them have been fighting since I was little.
Yeah, they've been fighting since
for decades,
centuries.
Yeah, I mean,
in millennia.
Right. So I just thought I kind of read some of his stuff, and I thought this board of peace and the transitional government. I think it'll all be really interesting if he's able to get it all together.
Yeah. Hey, good job. I can't complain. I mean, everybody is obviously saying he deserves the Peace Prize, the Nobel Peace Prize. Won't
Did
get
you?
it.
No. Well, didn't they already award it to the
They
Venezuelan?
Did. And the lady was like, "Yeah, no. If he can do this, he deserves it." Barack Obama, crapped on the toilet and he got it, but
Did he win?
Oh yeah, he got it.
Yeah.
Just by being president, he got it.
Right.
Whatever. I'm not going to go down that route.
The shutdown, though.
Yeah, back to the shutdown.
They don't have a deal, but it was interesting because Republicans in the Senate have now stopped Democrats from voting. I don't know how much you guys follow it, but they were voting the Democratic offered CR. And then the Republican offered CR, the 24-page nonpartisan CR bill. But they stopped allowing Democrats to vote on theirs. So now, if they haven't done it yet, I haven't looked at the news. They were going to vote for the 8th time on the Republican continuing resolution.
Continuing resolution, which a lot of people need to understand that it's a clean resolution. It just keeps things going
At the
as
previous
it is.
funding level.
Right. And it's not changing anything.
I read it.
Yeah, I did not.
It doesn't change anything. And I think I said we were on last week, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I had said I don't know how this ends for Democrats. I really don't.
Yeah, it
seems like they're in an impossible situation right now.
Yeah. Well, they are. I mean, let's just be honest. Like I said when we first started talking about it, tempt him with a good time. He's been talking about how he wants to shrink the government.
He's doing
and he's doing it. But this has impacts on real people. Mm-hmm. Real freaking people.
Yeah.
So while you're playing games on, they want this shutdown. No, they're not getting paid.
right.
People that are working hard for the government are not getting paid.
Well,
I don't have a problem downsizing government, but if you're working, you should get paid.
What are some of the people? Air traffic controllers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if ICE agents fall under that.
I assume they are not getting paid as well. I think the military isn't getting paid.
Well, didn't he fix that though?
Did he?
I think
don't know.
he told the Pentagon they can use other money
I
to pay.
okay. I
think.
don't know.
I saw something about that. I don't know if the Pentagon actually did it. Seems like they should, but who knows?
Don Koch says the deadline for nominations for the Peace Prize is in January, so Trump wasn't even in the running. So that makes sense. So he will be next year. But anyway,
That's interesting to know.
that is. But yeah, no, the shutdown is it. Yeah, I don't know. Are we going to do an over and under on the shutdown?
You want to start a bucket?
We could start that. But again, this is like real people's lives. In Vermont, that's 6,600 people that work for the federal government that are not getting paid.
Speaking of government and Vermont, have you been following along? Well, you must have, with the come back to work order or go back to work order, the remote thing.
This is fraught with many problems for me.
Okay, is it fraught with many? I think people should come back to work. I have to go to work. Everybody has to go to work.
I think it's healthier to be at work for
Me too.
your own self. I think it's good for you to be at work.
I love going to work.
I do think that there are cases as when I think as you get older and you're starting to think about retirement and kind of like winding down and maybe bringing new people in. I think, when you have put in all your time, and it's not that your job isn't still as significant, but we all know that you're going to be replaced if you haven't already been by somebody younger that's doing, and you're making crap money while somebody fresh out of high school is making $20,000 more a year than you are. I think that those people should have the opportunity to work less out.
Hybrid.
Less in the office.
Yeah.
Yes. But do I think that it's important for like the rest of the generations to go in and actually work in the office and be out in public and because we've all forgotten how to communicate with people. Everything is done via text and everything else.
It's
kind of
hard.
like bullshit. But like, get out there. Unless you're, I told you the other day, that woman that pissed me off, I was trying to talk to her. I called the DMV for Christ's sakes. And this woman, all I could hear was her screaming kids or chickens, or she had the kids outdoors. She was working on her deck. She didn't mind telling me that. And I'm like, how the hell are you actually working?
Right. How are you working here? What are you
You're
doing?
answering the phone and you're talking to me, but you're half-assed talking to me. You're not answering me because you can't even concentrate.
Right.
It was worse than talking to somebody that can barely speak English.
Yeah. Almost
Which
would have
happens
rathered that.
all too much as it is. But that was probably more frustrating than the other. Than somebody that could barely speak English. It was more frustrating to me that I had this person on the phone that was like bitching at her kids and I was having to listen to them while I was trying to explain myself.
I will say that's not okay.
No. And that happens more often than one. That's just one of my incidences. I've heard many across the board. You can't call anybody for tech support anymore. You can't call Verizon. You can't call Amazon. You can't call anywhere and you talk to people from all over, and more than likely they're from home. They're not in an office.
I will say, as someone that does go into the office 3 to 4 days a week, I think it's really healthy. It's healthy for us to go in, to get that exercise, to not only exercise and like move from one place to another, but
have conversations.
have the exercise of your mind talking to people in person.
Right.
Yeah.
Not just
Real people.
on the phone, but there is a benefit of being able to connect. And this sounds really hokey, but like physical energy
Absolutely.
with people, being able to when somebody's emotional, being able to touch them, because touch is is so
And
important.
so much can be misconstrued through text.
Correct.
So,
Yes.
Yes.
like you literally, there's the emotions. You just
Yeah.
said it. The emotion is totally out of it. So you leave that up to whoever's reading it to decide what your emotion was.
Yep.
So you may not have been being a prick, but boy, if they thought you were and that's how it was coming across to them, then you're damned. You are screwed because there's no backing that up. There's nothing you say is going to fix that because it's there. It's planted.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
And yes, I do, Donald.
Does take the trike to work.
I drive the trike to work, and I'll probably be doing it tomorrow. Barre Montpelier Road, from here to my company and that I work for, and you can.
You can say National Life.
I don't actually like to.
Oh, okay.
But
Well, I just did. You'll have to bleep it out if you want.
no, that's fine.
I thought
But
you loved to say that you did.
I love working there. It's the best company in the central Vermont, but I try to avoid saying their name because
sometimes
People
I'm
are
an
douches.
asshole and you don't want them to know that you associate with me and you don't want to get in trouble. Or like, Michael, if you don't stop doing that podcast with her, you're fired.
yeah,
Yeah.
they would never do that. But but anyway, so yes, I do ride the trike to work, and if you see me, you can beep at me. Don't yell at me because that scares
Or
me.
you could get him with a puddle, Donald.
Oh, what a jerk! That's not very
$10,
nice.
Donald, I'll give you $10. And
All
take
right.
dinner.
So the last on our list
If you get
is
it on video.
probably the.
I'll give him $10 and take him out to dinner if he gets it on video.
You're such a terrible person. I stay away from the puddles. All right. So the last thing we got is the leaked trove of Telegram chats among the young Republican leaders from New York, Kansas, Arizona, Vermont revealed rampant racist, anti-Semitic, and violent rhetoric, including jokes about gas chambers, rape, and slavery. Participants used racial slurs hundreds of times and made explicit references to Nazism and white supremacism. Symbols were mocking political, well, I don't have a problem with mocking political rivals, but the other stuff, gross. Chats obtained by Politico involved members seeking influence within the Young Republican National Federation and included figures working in state government and even Trump administration advisors. After publication, several participants lost their jobs and faced backlash, and major Republican figures, such as Representative Elise Stefanik and Senate Minority Leader Rob Ort, condemned the behavior as indefensible. And one of our state senators had actually gotten caught up in this as well. And Phil Scott called for the resignations. The hateful, and this is his statement, and Phil Scott's a smart guy, and he is a moral compass, and I think that I have to agree with him. If it was not Donald, it was not a deep fake. I wish it was, but based on the reporting, it is not. So, hey, this is Phil Scott's comment. The hateful statements made in this group chat are disgusting and unacceptable. The vile, racist, bigoted, and anti-Semitic dialogue that has been reported is deeply disturbing. There is simply no excuse for it. Those involved should resign their roles immediately and leave the Republican Party.
Agreed.
And
Don't take the rest of us down with you.
yeah,
Get out.
including
'Cause we
Vermont
don't all
Senator
agree.
Sam Douglas.
By any means, despite what some people think, it's not acceptable.
No, it's not. But, and Don says he hopes that Sam can recover. And, people people make mistakes, and you know, I'm a firm believer
He
in.
says, I don't know how Sam
Oh,
can recover
don't.
from
Yeah,
this.
no, you're right. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
People do make mistakes, though, and you know, sometimes
that's a pretty big one.
that's a big one. I know it is. I don't know
A
what he huh?
I said it's a whopper.
It is a whopper. I don't know exactly what he said, but I read some of those comments. They're icky. They're
Yeah.
really icky.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
And
Phil Scott is taking a stand on that, and it's a good stand.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but do I want to do my monologue, or should we close it
I
out?
don't know. It's 8:30, man.
It's
so,
8:30.
like, I'm done with you. 10 minutes ago.
The ugly breakup.
Like,
I will.
Michael, I've been doing this all freaking day. I still have to go upstairs and turn the building heat on because the people here would probably really love that about now. And I'm going to make you walk up the stairs with me because I won't go up there by myself. So maybe I better be nice to you.
So I will then. I guess I will leave my monologue about luxury beliefs.
Oh, just say it, Michael. Just go ahead. Keep us here for 20 more minutes.
Why don't you save
going
it
to.
next week?
We'll do the monologue next. Well, Carol will be here next week, so I'm not going to do the monologue then.
You'll be here Thursday night, okay?
Oh, I'll do the monologue then.
Yeah, you can do it Thursday night, okay?
Are you doing the
lead
weekly
with
wrap?
it. We'll lead with it on the weekly wrap, which you're more than welcome to come down.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, maybe I'll
absolutely.
come visit.
We raise a little hell on that night.
Yes, we do.
Because, yeah,
It's not news related.
No.
usually it's just, yeah.
Just I got a meeting on that night.
Oh, damn.
All right, because
Till
I got to
next
vote
time.
for Don Koch as chair of the
Washington
Washington
County.
County.
Nice. That's a very good choice.
Vote for Don.
Very good choice.
Vote
That's
for
right.
Don. All right. Well, I want to say thank you, everyone, for watching the Barry Beat podcast. And sorry we went a little late.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yes, have a great night. And we will see you, well, Raylene and I will see you on Thursday.
Well, you
Oh,
said you have
if-
a meeting, if you can get out on
If
time.
I can get out on time.
And tune in,
Straight up, I'm
though,
only going-
Thursday at noon because Dick Wabi will be joining me in the studio to talk everything Wheels for Warmth. It is right around the corner. We've got a lot to talk about, so tune in at noon. Have a
All right.
good night, everyone.
Good night,
Thanks, David, Susan,
everyone, for
Donald,
watching.
everyone.